Who said what?
Well, I don't know, but I saw there were a lot of rumours swirling around on Twitter and social media earlier, suggesting it would have been Andrew Feldman. I know Andrew Feldman. I've worked with him for a long time. He works incredibly closely with the voluntary party, and I believe him when he says he absolutely wouldn't say something like that about our fantastic volunteers. And so I think it's very right to say it will not have been him.
Well, he's your co-chairman. So what you're going on is what he has told you.
Sorry, I missed your question.
Yeah, what you're going on is what he has told you.
Well, all I'm saying is, a strange story, you don't get to see any names named, but we've seen how these rumours fly around the internet in the past, and that was certainly happening this morning. We saw that with Andrew Mitchell, with Lord McAlpine, and actually with a little bit more time it turned out that neither were true. And I just say that, you know, he has been very clear. I know Andrew, he's a very decent guy. I believe him, he is telling the truth. And that, for me, is that. He's also a very popular figure, by the way, in the voluntary party. All our volunteers up and down the country have worked with him over a long period of time. Nobody has done more to bring, for example, open up our party conference to the volunteers. And I think he is recognised very broadly by the party as doing a good job, by the volunteers, many of whom are putting out statements to say they don't believe a word of it either.
Just as we speak, James Kirkup from the Daily Telegraph, it's one of the 4 papers that ran this story. It's all come out of what was a private dinner, and of course their source wasn't actually named in the stories. He's just tweeted that he stands by his story. So let's just go with what we have then. The accusation is certainly that somebody described activists as mad, swivel-eyed loons. Do you accept that somebody has said that, or words to that effect?
Well, look, first of all, I wasn't there, so I wasn't there to overhear a conversation. But secondly, Andrew Feldman, certainly the name that wasn't mentioned in the article, but in fact was swirling around the internet earlier, absolutely assures everybody that it wasn't him. I believe him. He's a good guy who I think is very straightforward and honest.
But do you accept that somebody has said it?
No, look, I simply wasn't there to hear it. Until somebody produces a name, it's impossible to know. But I do know this for sure. We have volunteers up and down this country doing an extraordinary amount of hard work.
Well, you might have fewer of them now.
Volunteering.
You may have fewer of them now because you have 4 national newspapers. You have the political correspondents from 4 papers all coming out with exactly the same quotation. Now, let's just put aside for a moment who actually said the words. It does look pretty likely that somebody high up in the party has said this. Do you accept that?
Well, I absolutely don't accept the sentiments of it, and until somebody
that's
gives
not
us a
what
name,
I'm
I can't
asking
accept
you,
the story either. Because I mean, just to be absolutely clear, we have brilliant volunteers in this party. They go around giving of their own time with absolutely no pay or reward other than a patriotic duty, if you like, making this country a better place to live on. It's proper public-spirited stuff. And we're really appreciative, and that's just not me saying it as chairman of the Conservative Party. I know Andrew Feldman would say the same thing, because I've heard him say it very many times. And actually the Prime Minister spends huge amounts of time with the volunteers up and down this country, thanking them and appreciating the work that they do. So let's not have any mistake at all. I don't know how the story has got out there, but let's not make any mistake at all. Everyone is incredibly appreciative of the enormous, unbelievable work that's done by our volunteers.
I've given you the time to say that several times now. It is pretty clear, actually, how the story has come out. It's come out through a private dinner with these lobby correspondents. Did Andrew Feldman have dinner with these journalists in the last week?
Well, as I understand it, actually, and I might be wrong about this as I wasn't there, but it sounds like it came out at a Conservative Friends of Pakistan dinner, at which presumably a lot of people were there at that dinner. I think there were a couple hundred plus people, 250 people.
Was Andrew Feldman at the dinner?
Look, it's very, and Andrew Feldman was there, and it's very, very difficult to have a newspaper story that says, you know, the story doesn't say who it is, but that somebody has said something, and then you get these sort of internet rumours.